Makeup has always been so much fun for me. I love makeup, but now I'm 56 and everywhere I look, in social media, on blogs and magazines, I'm being told that there are these rules I should follow. I'm Laura Ray, and today I want to talk with you about makeup rules that I bust. I'm not going to listen to them. I'm going to do what I feel is right for me. I'm tired of it. You reach a certain age where you're like, this is low priority as far as makeup. There's so many bigger fish to fry. I can wash makeup off my face. So if I am applying something in a way that feels good to me or wearing a lipstick shade that makes me feel great, why not? Who am I trying to impress by following these rules? So I'm going to share with you today the rules that I absolutely do not follow. One of the rules we always hear is that our foundation has to match perfectly to our skin. Well, that's pretty hard to do, first of all, even if you buy it at a department store. But I have found that this rule does not really work well for me because I look so pasty if I match my face exactly. So I like to go up about a half shade to a shade darker. So in this case, originally I bought the Flower Beauty Light Illusion in the highest of the light shades, and it did match well, but I thought I looked a little washed out. So I went up a notch to the first shade of medium and it worked beautifully. Now what I do is if it's too deep, when I buy the shade above, I mix them. And that way I get about a half shade, but not a full shade up. So this is a rule I definitely break. The next rule is about how we apply foundation. There are some very strong opinions about that. Some people are team brush, some people are team beauty sponge, beauty blender. Well, here's the thing. When they talk about a brush, usually they're talking about a very dense brush. And what I've found is that gives way too heavy of an application on mature skin. So when I test a foundation to see how it's going to work best, I test it three ways. I start off with applying very small amounts with my fingers and just building the coverage until I get enough coverage. Now, if I see it looks very streaky and not smooth, then I go to trying it with a sponge, and I use my Stands Out sponge. I see how it looks with that. And then I try it with a brush, but not with a dense brush, with a powder brush that's very fluffy, like this Real Techniques. Now, the great thing about this brush, and you may have never tried it this way, is you can get a very airbrush look. So those are the ways that I try out a foundation to see how it's best going to work on mature skin. The next rule I break is that an older woman should not wear bronzer. I love bronzer because it really gives a lot of color to the skin, like you've been out in the sun. I rarely go out in the sun, so I find that bronzer is so helpful. I'm not looking for this heavy contoured look. I just want a little color. Now, one that I love is this City Bronzer from Maybelline, and I get it in the shade 200. It's a very soft shade, and I take it up on the cheekbones, up around the forehead, even the jawline, the chin. Sometimes I contour my nose, but most of the time I don't. But I find that bronzer just gives a very healthy look to mature skin. There's a rule out there that mature women should not wear bronzer and blush. That I guess it's too much product on the face and there's just too much going on. Well, I don't agree with that because the way products are made today, they're so thin, they can be so dewy that you can blend it all together and really get a cohesive, beautiful look. Now, what I do is put the bronzer on first and then go in with a beautiful powder blush that isn't thick. This one from L'Oreal is one of the best I've found in a powder form at the drugstore. It's mixed with some oils, so it sinks into the skin much more than other blushes do, and I just love it. And then to add a little dewiness so it doesn't even look like I have blush on, I just look healthy and have some color in my skin, I use this Canmake cream blush on top and just dab a little bit, and it gives a very healthy, youthful look. One big rule out there is that mature women should not wear highlighter at all. And I know a lot of women feel uncomfortable about anything too sparkly, but you don't even have to use anything with any sparkle. For me, I think it's all about bringing some brightness to the face. That highlighter can be so helpful. I know with my deep set eyes, there's sections of my eyes where they look very dark no matter what light I'm in. So I need a highlighter to bring some brightness in. Now, one thing that I love is taking my Maybelline Brightener, this is the shade Brightener, and using it on the cheekbones. It sort of lifts the face a lot. I like to use it in the inner or outer corner of my eye. I use it down my nose, on the chin, just to give me a lift. I think I just look so much happier and brighter when I wear it. Now, another product that's a little pricey, but it lasts for a lifetime practically, is this Highbrow from Benefit. What I like about this pencil is, just like the Brightener from Maybelline, it's matte. There's no sparkle in it. It's great for getting in these inner and outer corners of the eyes, but you can still use it down your nose, on the cheekbone. You can really use it anywhere on your face. You could even put some in the Cupid's bow if you wanted to. But this little pencil is great for bringing brightness to the face, and I use it when I'm breaking the rules. So many bloggers out there say using a darker lip pencil, like a brown, is not good for an older woman, that it's very dated, it's very 90s, and that we should use a matchy-matchy set, or buy the lipstick, buy the matching lip pencil. Well, I don't agree with that, because if it's done the way that I do it, I think it can look really nice. What I like to do is use a brown, because as we age, the line, the definition of our lip sort of fades out. So we lose the shape of our lip. So I'm just taking this Dollar Tree e.l.f. brown eyeliner and using it as a lip pencil today. I put it on, and unlike the 90s, I don't leave it as a line. I take either my silicone brush or just use my finger and really blend it out nicely to where it looks like it's almost nude and a part of my skin. Then I go in with the lipstick that I'm using and then blend it all together. It takes a little bit of time, but I think it's so worth it, because it really defines the lips and makes them look fuller. This one really gets to me, that at our age, we should only wear pale lipstick. Really light lipstick, or maybe a little hint of pink. Well, I've been talking about this rule with my husband, and he loves red lipstick. So I went searching for the perfect red lipstick, and I am loving red. I can't believe how much I enjoy it. Now, the one I'm wearing today is called Red Revival, and I'm having a revival right now with my lips, because I am having so much fun with red, and that's what makeup is about. I think the problem why I wasn't liking red on myself, and why a lot of women don't, is that we put it on too thick, or at least I did. I can speak for myself. I was using it right out of the tube, and it was just too intense for me and just too much. So I like to take my silicone brush and just get it on the brush and pat it in almost like a lip stain. And I just keep building it till I feel it's the right shade. Now, another thing that I love to do is use this one from Revlon, because it's from their Shine collection. This is Cherries in the Snow. I've talked about it before. It has such a thin application, so I think it's more about the thickness of the lipstick than the actual shade that can make it look very dated or heavy on the lips. Now, red might not be for everybody, so if you don't like wearing red on your lips, try wearing a red shirt or a handbag or red shoes, just that pop of color, even some red earrings, because I think red is an amazing color for a mature woman. The last rule that's out there is that women over a certain age, usually over 40 even, should not have long hair. Now, why should anybody tell us, because of our age, we're limited with how long we can have our hair? I have had my hair short most of my life. I've had a bob, and I loved it, but I'm really enjoying having this long hair right now. For me, it's mainly convenience. I don't have to wash it as much. I can put it in a ponytail, put it up. So I can do a lot of different styles that I couldn't do that sort of fit in with my lifestyle. I don't have a lot of time before school in the morning to fuss with hair. So not having to blow dry it every day and fix it up for school has been wonderful. Now, will I go back to short hair someday? I might, but for now, I'm just enjoying having my hair long, and I don't think my age should be any reason that I don't have long hair, as long as my hair looks healthy. How do you feel about all these beauty rules out there? I would love to hear the rules that you break, or how you feel about being told you have to follow certain rules just because of your age. Now, the winner of last week's giveaway is pinned below. This week, I have a couple of brushes I found over at Marshall's that I wanted to give away. I thought were beautiful brushes. First of all, we've got a Luxe powder brush, and the other one here is a precision baking brush. I think they're both amazing. If you just leave me a comment below, you're entered in the giveaway. Have an amazing week.